she tells you, I've been busy after ghosting you, just stop talking to her. She's not interested in you enough and is only talking to you because she's bored and wants to use you for free attention. When she can't get that attention, somebody else. There's plenty of girls out there, man, trying to do one.
If I'm getting pulled over on the side of the road, right, and he doesn't know how...
I can call somebody. I'm paying for it. Don't worry about my bread. I'm not getting my clothes dirty. I'm going to pay somebody.
That's you.
That doesn't make me less of a man because I'm going to throw my hands when a nigga try to touch you. You compare my manhood to a tire? I'm not traditional, but y'all want a man to milk the cow and out here.
So another thing that men are not taught is that you have to proactively find your wife over and over and over again. She had a baby, you got a new wife. Y'all have a second baby, you have a new wife. A parent passed away, you have a new wife. When y'all moved, you have a new wife. A job change, you got a new wife. So yeah, it's gonna take a while to be able to synthesize all those versions that you observed over the years to finally zoom in on the core of who she is. Because values change, beliefs change, character can shift and change, love languages change, right? So it's really the goal. When men feel like the goalpost is moving, it's because it is. It really is. We are moving the goalpost, right? We have talking about hormonal fluctuations. You have 4 different versions of a woman in 1 month, right?
And you'll have a lot of these modern women that will ask about chivalry. They'll ask about a man being traditional, right? But the issue is when the man was giving you flowers, you were rolling your eyes at him. You was giggling, you was laughing. You know, a man go and open a door for you, he get a lecture on how you're strong and independent and you don't need no man and thanks, but and whatever other stupid stuff that you want to come with. Oh, well, thanks, but you know, I really don't need that. So I don't want you holding on my hand. I wasn't going to do that. I was just being a gentleman like I was taught. When men continue to come up against that attitude over and over again, why in the world would they keep on going in that direction? Why would they keep on doing that? Why would they keep on giving you the benefit of him being a gentleman and you're just going to act?
Let's talk about this, okay? Because y'all don't want what comes with a man who pays all the bills for real. Y'all don't. And there is 3 key ingredients to this, okay? Be his peace, be submissive, and learn to shut the fuck up sometimes. And I know right now I got some women giving me the side eye like, this girl's goofy. That'll never be me. And you're right, girl. It won't ever be you. So make sure you keep a 9 to 5 because you're never gonna find a nigga to provide. No man wants to provide for a woman who can never just be quiet and listen and follow directions. No man wants to provide for a woman who is not his peace and safe space. No man wants to provide for a woman who cannot be submissive and just follow his lead. No man wants to do that. But like I said in the beginning, y'all not ready for that conversation. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. What usually happens, because modern women are thinking that men are, you know, kind of sitting in the house alone, just in a dark room. And sometimes I guess you might be if you're thinking about some stuff. And I would actually honestly and truly encourage that. There's a lot of men out here that are checking out and choosing peace, right? So what's happening is a man is getting home. My house is quiet. I don't have a lot of drama going on, a lot of chaos, no foolishness, nobody texting me with a bunch of attitude, no nonsense, none of that. I ain't got to try to show up, prove myself to somebody that don't like me. I don't have to do all of that. He said, well, you know, you're not a man anymore. No, I just avoid foolishness. That's really all it is. I'm just avoiding the nonsense. That's it. I'm not out here trying to disrespect nobody. I'm not out here trying to give nobody no grief. I'm not out here trying to act crazy with nobody. I'm just trying to avoid foolishness.
I always get banned from mom groups because I'm always the most logical one commenting on some of these posts. Moms will literally be like, I'm on my 4th kid with a guy that's never worked a job and I do all the work and he plays video games because he's working on his 2K career. How do I make him love me this time around now that I'm pregnant with our 4th child? Positivity only. Be kind. I'm like, what the fuck? Or when someone's like, yeah, I have bed bugs and there's roaches, but I'm so depressed I can't clean. And like, my kids are fine. Like, they just ignore them. People in the comments are like, don't worry, we've all been there. We have? It just kills me out every single time. They're like, kindness only, be kind to others. No, I think you should be bullied. You're making your kids sleep in bed bugs and like covering it up with mental. No, I hate mom group.
So I think, what's wild is you have a lot of modern women that will post about wanting a man that plans dates, remembers details, shows up, it's not ghosting you, showing up consistently, I would say. And a lot of guys do all of that, right? He does all of that. But a lot of times modern women don't acknowledge it. A lot of times you don't thank him. They'll say something silly like that. Oh, well, I expect that's the bare, that's the bare minimum, stuff like that. And 3 to 6 months later, or however long it is, you're looking up and you're talking about, well, he's not chasing me, he's not yearning, he doesn't really like me the same way he used to. He seems like he's not putting forth any effort. Well, if you look back, and this is what men talk about, if you are self-aware enough to look back and say, well, if I'm not appreciating him, if I'm making him feel like the stuff that he does doesn't matter, how do you think that he's going to act?
Did you know that these famous men practiced celibacy at one point or another? Because I definitely didn't. While filming the movie Silence, Andrew Garfield was celibate for several months in 2016. Not only was he celibate, but he was also fasting. So on a podcast, Andrew revealed that for a period of time, he was experiencing some pretty wild and trippy experiences. Terry Crews revealed to ET that he had a 90-day sex fast with his wife, Rebecca. He said that what was beautiful about it was that it took him to a time when he was 12 years old, liked a girl, and didn't know anything about sex. At first, Terry thought that the sex fast was going to be horrible, but later said that it was the best thing we had ever done. Justin Bieber was celibate for 1 year. In 2019, he told Vogue that he had a legitimate problem with sex and decided to abstain so he could get closer to God. Justin said, "I think sex can cause a lot of pain. Sometimes people have sex because they don't feel good enough, because they lack self-worth." And honestly, what Justin said can be very true. No matter the reason for practicing celibacy, if you learned something new today like I did, comment down below.
And here's what women will do, modern women. They'll reject a man for years, right? Whether single moms and stuff like, well, I got men lined up, and they'll say all of this stuff, and they'll talk a whole bunch of trash. They'll sit up here and reject men for years, and expect those same men, to step up. They'll expect those same men to, we need a man to step up and be a stepdad. Without question. Well, do this, go here, do that, right? A man ain't got no word from nobody, but just step up, start taking care of my kids. It don't matter if my kids going to disrespect you in the future. I'm not going to stop it. I'm not going to be on your side. You're always going to be a last priority. But step up. Step up to get abused. Step up to get taken advantage of. Step up to be disrespected. Why? Why would anybody want to do that?
How much does she cost? We already said allowance $50K a month.
Literally, she's not joking.
What do you mean literally? She's not joking. That's my price, huh? 50K.
I genuinely feel bad for this man. There are men out here dealing with it. Rich, poor, in between. There are men out here who are with women who will never respect them. All they care about is the paycheck. All they care about is the status of being with that person. He messed up. He messed up big time. It's finding a woman who has Jesus Christ in her heart. And you'll be able to tell very quickly if she does or doesn't. And I'm telling you, I know there's men out here that will argue with it, but I can tell you that a woman of God is going to respect you. She's going to care about you. She's not going to care about the money, man. Money is a part of life for sure. It's nice to have money. And of course it is. It's a good thing for a man to have money, but I can tell you that when she is using you for your money, that's a completely different situation, man. You know, providing for your family and doing what you need to do to, you know, make sure that they have a good life is so important. But do not stay with women who do not care about you. Find a Proverbs woman, a woman who puts God first and you second. Who cares about your feelings, who cares about what you got going on in your life, who cares about your businesses in a good way, not a bad way, who wants you to succeed, man. You, not the business, you.
You really see a lot more men moving away from relationships and moving away from drama, moving away from nonsense. A lot of men choosing to check out. A lot of men out here really honestly, truly, and intentionally searching for peace, right? And so a man could go from coming home to somebody that's disrespectful, coming home to somebody that's demanding, getting nothing, to a completely silent home, a completely silent existence. And while it may take some time to adjust, once a man is able to kind of simmer down and think straight, he begins to move in alignment or get back on track with what he was doing before he met you. And true enough, during the relationship, he was trying to say, okay, let me get her handled and let me go back to what I was doing. Let me go back to running down my goals, tracking my vision and trying to chase that vision down. But every single time he got back on track, here you come. Foolishness. Not allowing him to get back to where he needed to be in order to take care of you.
So here's what I've decided. And here's what I think all women should do who are single and like this age. When going out on a first date with a man, coffee, forget the drinks. Here's what we do, ladies. Trader Joe's. Tell our men, you want to meet? We're going to meet at Trader Joe's. We're going to do a couple of things. We're going to meet there because number one, fully populated, safe. Okay? Number two, I want to see how you shop. I want to know what you're eating. I want to know how you snack. I want to know if your snacks are fucking cauliflower or if it's chips and cookies and cake. I want to know if we vibe with our food choices. I want to know how you shop. I want to know how nice you are to the cashier. I want to see it in real time. This is what we're doing, ladies. This. Forget the fucking dinners and the coffees and those meetups where it's kind of like a job interview and we're all on our best behavior. I want to see how you are in a crowded grocery store when the little old lady is, you know, taking up the whole aisle and you have to wait your turn or say, excuse me, I want to see what you do, sir. I want to see what you do. That's my flex. I'm going with it.
And you know, what's wild is that modern women will spend years. They will spend years building a checklist off of TikTok. Man's got to be 6'2", got to be a finance guy, emotionally available. You know, he's got to read books, but not just any kind of book. This type of book. He can't even watch a lot of different types of shows. He's got to watch this type of show, right? And then she finally gets this guy. Then when she gets the guy that she actually likes, she's going to text her friend, talk about, I'm bored. He feels like a LinkedIn profile came to life. Oh, he not really the person. I just don't feel like there's a spark there. And you see it when modern women say, I married the good guy, and it's okay to divorce the good guy. You got exactly what you said that you wanted, and you're disappointed. Maybe the problem was never actually him. Maybe the problem was you. Maybe it was, I'm looking at superficial stuff. I'm wanting a man to perform all of these services for me, but there's no actual genuine connection. Why? Because he's really the only one bringing anything to the table. He's really the only one that really actually does things for me because he likes me. Dare I say it, loves me. But I'm not doing anything for him, but just receiving. And that should be good enough. That's going to build a relationship. Somebody that gets to do things for you all the time. Are you okay?
What are we supposed to do about lots of girls saying they don't want to be approached at all in public? First of all, I think you meant to say women, but we'll let that one slide for now. And I don't know who all these women are, because the vast majority, if not every single woman I've spoken with, wants to be approached in public again, opposed to just relying on online dating. The key is that you as a man have to have more attentiveness to the nuances of the situation, right? It all depends on when you do it and then how you do it. So first of all, when? Never approach a woman when she's working out. Just let her work out. Never approach a woman when she's in a potentially vulnerable situation, i.e. at night, walking to her car, taking public transit, and also when she's like very clearly in a rush. I think that goes for both genders. It's just common courtesy. And then secondly, how? Be respectful. Say, hi, excuse me, give them a compliment, ask for the time, start some small talk, whatever. And then if/when they say they're not interested in you or show it very clearly with their body language, back off. Don't push it. No one's gonna get mad at you for respectfully approaching a stranger in public and then leaving them alone when they want to be left alone. That's fine. No one's gonna cancel you or whatever for that. The problem is some men don't seem to understand this. And if you can't get it through your head that you have to be respectful and a little bit more aware of what's going on before approaching a woman in public, then I can't help you, because you have brain damage, most likely from playing football.
And modern women expect you to commit to them, right? Modern women really, honestly, they want control over commitment is really what they want. They want control over your access to them, and they want control over their commitment. So they want all of the cards, which is, oh, I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man, and this and that. I can choose this man. I got this man on my roster. He does this. I got this man that does that. And I can choose any one of them whenever I would like to. Right. You can do all of that and have a fantastic life. People doing things for you. I don't know what they got going on. That might be an arrangement that you guys enjoy in some instances for a number of years. But then you, at one point in time, and this is where you get into trouble. At one point in time, you want a man, even if it's not that man, you want a man to commit to you, right? Unfortunately for you, that man has been seeing you act a fool out there. And now you're wondering why this man won't commit to you, why this man won't propose to you, why this man won't marry you. I've been seeing you act a fool. And a lot of men see that. They see you out here playing the field, roaming around, and then saying, I'm going to continue to roam around. You're not even doing it in private, right? They see all the stuff you're doing, and they say, I don't think so. I don't want to marry a woman like that. If she's going to be out here messing with this guy and that guy, it's not the type of woman that I want. You got women out here trying to take a man for all of his money. I don't want that. That's not something that I'm looking for. You're not doing anything to be
things men do.
Here comes the bullshit.
That give me the ick.
Back we go to the Lululand, where the Delilahs automatically get the ick anytime a man doesn't want to be a walking ATM. You ain't never lied.
Letting the unpaid check sit on the table.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
If you're on a date and the comes and the guy doesn't immediately grab it, even if you're like mid-story, like don't let it sit on the table for like more than a couple seconds. You should be instinctively grabbing the check.
Flag on the play. It never ceases to amaze me how the Delilahs have such good advice for guys, but none of the shit ever benefits the guys.
So that there's no wondering or like making the girl feel like maybe she should put her card down.
Pay the bill.
It's an ick. Like take charge and just pick up the check. It's more if you just like drop the check when she brings it or he brings it. Don't let it linger.
No free lunch for you.
I think we've heard enough, gentlemen. Listen, don't let these Delilahs shame you into spending your hard-earned money when you only probably gonna know her for a few nights.
That's right.
Because if she ain't willing to earn your provision and allow you to move how you choose to move, you probably need to show her ass, tail lights, and tailpipes.
Shorty, this wasn't even on purpose, man. Shorty, I thought about it like hell, Shay. I'm talking about myself though. How you fit the clock?
Really, nigga? Come on. That's not even the important part. The important part is the comments. Because I speak about fat people, men and women in general, saying that it's unhealthy. The number one risk of heart disease is high cholesterol due to being fat. So I don't want nobody coming for me in the comments getting mad at me saying, oh, why you body shaming? Listen, you can control every morsel of food that goes in your mouth. You can't control their height, nor can they control being bald. Forgive me for caring about humanity and people's heart, but let me show you the comment section. Nothing but hearts, flame emojis, heart eyes from shorty right here. Come on, bro. But why y'all doing that to her? And it's mainly women, heart eyes, the heart flames and stuff like that. I know y'all trying to make her feel good and confident, but y'all should be telling her the truth. If you gonna do this in public, at least slide on her DM and say, yo, shorty, big as and your heart is not liking you right now. Check this out right here below. The sponsor of that video, whatever selling, she put it on. So of course they gonna make her feel good because they want her to wear it. And look what shorty said. Are those curves included, babe? What the? You know you want to be built like her? This is the that pissed me off. Really, like, beautiful queen. Okay, sugar. So beautiful. See, is in here too saying this. Bruh. I ain't gonna lie, guys. If I ever come on here and I'm out of shape, roast me until I change.
A lot of times these modern women, well, a lot of them are spending, upwards of $10,000, $12,000, things like BBLs, lip filler, and veneers, like stuff like that. And I've seen it. I've sat right there and listened to them talk about, flying overseas and going over here to get this done and that done, which fantastic. But what they do with that is they'll come back and they'll post thirst traps with the stuff that they're getting. And they'll be upset at the men that are coming and giving them attention. They'll be like, why can't I get the man that I'm looking for? Well, I mean, even though the people that you went to did good work and you look nice, you look cheap, right? Number one. Number two, let's say that you don't look cheap. Let's say that you look fantastic, did a fantastic job on your face, the tummy tuck. I saw one lady that they gotten what they call like a mommy makeover or something like that. But, you go and you do all that type of stuff and you don't even look like yourself anymore. And so essentially, and this is what modern women get mad at. They get mad at a man for saying, oh, well, I'll just, go get a doll or something like that. But then you want him to accept plastic. Because after a certain point in time, that's essentially what you are. Is nothing but plastic. You're not a real person. Why would anybody that, well, there's some people I think that, they don't care about that type of stuff. But you have a lot of guys that would like you as much as possible, if you can, to be natural and to take care of what you got.